In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Skool to create and grow an online community. But before we start, if you want to try Skool yourself, you can use my link down below in the description to get 14 days for free and start building your community, courses, and memberships today. Keep in mind, to create a community in Skool, you will need to pay for a plan. As an example here, we're going to click on Create Community, and here you have two plans. You have the Hobby plan and the Pro plan. So you can start, as an example, by trying one for free. You can, as an example, go in here and click on Try for free, and as you can see, you will get 14 days free trial to create your community. So basically, when you start with creating a community, start with the basics. Just add your community name. So try to make the name clear, but not too clever. For example, if your community is about fitness, don't just call it the inner cycle or something like that. A clearer name would be something like Beginner Home Fitness Community or 13 Days Fitness Coaching Group. So first, I will add a name here and add my card number so I can claim my free trial, then continue from there. Once you're done with that part, you'll be asked audience size. So how many followers do you have on your main social media profile? So here you can choose whatever you want. As an example, let's just say you are still starting, so you have a small community. Let's just say under 10K. Click on next. And from here we go. We will have to start. So here they will help you set up your group so you can understand how to set up your community, specifically if you are a beginner. Here you can watch like a 2 minute intro video. They will ask you to set a cover image, then invite 3 people, then write your first post, and also download the app. It is a good practice to finish the tasks right here. For me, I'm going to leave that for now. So now we have our community with our classes, calendar, and everything that we want. Of course, the first thing that you'll need to do here is just go to About. Here is basically what is the first thing that people will see about your community. If I go here, an example, to a new tab and type skool.com, so if I click on any community, the first tab that I will see is basically this tab, and this is the About tab. So this is the most important tab, which is the visual side of a community. Here, after the title, you would like to add the description. And the description should answer one question. Why should someone join this community? For example, this community helps beginners lose weight, build a simple workout routine, and stay consistent with weekly check-ins and step-by-step lessons. Basically, that is much clearer than just saying, welcome to my community. So this is what I'm going to add here. I'm going to click on save. Of course, you would like also to add an image or videos. Videos tend to work better, especially if it's something related to fitness, like you need, or the people who want to join want to see your physique, want to see that you are fit first before trying your workouts or your coaching. So try to add a video, or if you can't, at least a good image about you or whatever is related to your community. So now just go back to community. This is where all members will post questions, updates, wins, introductions, and discussions. Skool Help Center includes community features like categories, rules, moderation, so this part is important if you want your group to stay organized. As an example, here are those filters. So here, people will be able to see everything. Here, they will see general discussions. As an example, you can add a Start Here section, introduction section, questions section, wins, resources, announcements. Categories will help members know where to post stuff. To create a category, you can go, as an example, to this right panel and click on Settings. Here on this left, click on Community, then go and click on Categories. So from here, you can go and create whatever category you want. As I said, let's just say you're going to create a Start Here community. So whoever joins will be able to see this category first. An example, who can see it, members or admin? Choose members because you want everybody to see it. You can create categories for admins to post their notes about something, their inquiries, or whatever you want. And of course, you can choose sort by default, new, top, by week or month. You then go and click on add. and the category will be added. So just give this a refresh, and as you can see, it will be added. Of course, you would like start here to be the first category, so you can go back to settings, community, categories, and here, as you can see on this three dots, you can click here and click on move up. So now the start here community is the first one. If I go and make a small refresh, it will be the first. Of course, once you create your categories, you can then create a welcome post, as an example, and it should explain who's the group for and any related information that you want. Before we continue, just a quick reminder, if you want to try Skool yourself, you can use my link down below in the description to get 14 days for free and start building your community, courses, and memberships today. Now let's continue with the video. Then you can go to Classroom tab. This classroom here, you can basically organize your course contents. Skool Help Center says you can create a course form in the Classroom tab by clicking on this new example, then give it a name, description, and you can choose here whatever is it open or is it level unlocked. So if it's level unlocked example, maybe people needs to be level 1, 2, 3 until it's unlocked. Or maybe it's a buy now course. Maybe it's time unlock after some specific amount of days. Maybe it's private. So choose whatever you want, upload a description or upload a cover and also give it a name, description, and you will have to upload the course itself. Then click on add and it will be added. You can also import with a key if you want to. So an example, if your community is about, let's just say video editing, you can create courses like beginner setup, editing basics, advanced editing, client workflow, and make sure, an example, to choose the level unlocked so people can't jump courses until they watch the previous ones. Then you can go to the calendar tab. Here in this tab, this is useful if your community have live calls or has live calls, coaching sessions, challenges, Q&A calls, or weekly check-ins. So here they do have some templates to choose from. So coffee hour, Q&A, co-working session, happy hour, or you can go and create your own events. As an example, maybe you do have some live calls, live events every Friday, every something. Just choose the date, time zone, location also if it's somewhere else. Add like a cover image if you want to. No need for this, but you can. Add a description, a title, and the access. Is it to all members? Is member on above a specific level or above a specific tier, or members on a specific course? And you can even check this option to remind members by email 1 day before that specific date. Then you can go to the members tab. Here, first of all, you'll be able to see your active members, the canceling members, churned, and banned. Of course, you'll be able to import or invite people. You can even import, as an example, a community if you do have one and you already exported it in a CSV file. You can even integrate using Zapier. Or you can just go and copy this link and send it to your community. And of course, if you are creating a paid community, you will need to think about your offer. Do people pay monthly? Do they pay once for a course? Or basically, do they join for free and then buy some extra content later if they like the community or the courses? Skool also, as an example, supports one-time course purchase, which can be used for course sales, event sales, or app sales inside your group. For beginners, I would not make the offer too complicated. Just start with one clear promise. For example, join this community to learn how to build your first automation in 30 days. Or join this group to get weekly coaching templates and step-by-step lessons. Of course, to create any plan, you can go to settings and on this left panel, click on pricing. And here you can choose an example your modem. Is it subscription? Is it freemium, which is free to join with 1 to 2 paid upgrade tiers? Or is it tiers, or is it one-time payments? Choose whatever you want, set the price, do whatever you want as an example, and click on save. So once you finish that, you can just go and ignore this maps tab, because the map is just a community feature that displays the approximately geographic location of your community members on a global world map. It's not that important, so you can ignore it. So then let's just go to the leaderboard tab. Here, or this can basically help members stay active. When members participate, ask questions, help others, and get likes, they can move up in the community. You can use this in a smart way. For example, you can say reach level 2 to unlock a bonus lesson. for free. You don't have to pay, as an example, the $5 for it or something like that. And top members each month gets a shout out. But don't rely only on gamification. A leaderboard will not save a bad community. It works best when the group already has useful content, clear discussions, and real reasons for people to participate. So, lastly, how to grow your Skool community. Now, let's basically talk about growth. Creating this Skool group is only the first part. To grow it, you'll need to bring people in and also give them a reason to stay. The first way is content. Make sure to make helpful videos, as an example, also on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, or wherever your audience already is. At the end of your content, just invite people to join your Skool community. And the second way is basically creating a free community or a free group. First, at least, give value, build trust, and later offer paid courses, coaching, or even premium access. The third way is basically through live events. If people know you have a weekly call or challenge, they basically have a reason to come back. The fourth way is members win. When someone gets a result, ask them if you can share it inside the group. This shows new members that the community is active and useful. The fifth way is onboarding. When someone joins, don't leave them alone. Tell them exactly what to do first. Introduce yourself, watch the first lesson, join the next call, post your goals, and ask your first question. The easier you make it, or the easier you make the first step for people, the more likely they will stay, or they are willing to stay. And the last thing is basically mentioning some commoner beginner mistakes. Before we finish, some common mistakes people do in Skool is basically creating too much categories or too many categories. Keep it simple at the start and don't get excited. Number two is basically uploading too much content with no direction. Members need a path, not just a library. Third mistake is not posting inside your own community. You just let people post and you think the community will work on its own. If the owner is inactive, members usually become inactive too. Mistake number four is basically selling before the offer is clear. People need to understand the results they are getting before paying anything. Mistake number five is ignoring onboarding. Your first few minutes after someone joins are very important. Tell them where to start. You don't have to be the one to tell them, but at least just give them a clear path using the strong points of schools. And again, if you want to try Skool yourself, you can use my link down below in the description to get 14 days free and start building your community, courses, and memberships today. So that's basically how to use Skool for creating and growing your own community. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.